death, the ultimate unknown, the inevitable end. For many, it's the source of our deepest fears and anxieties. Yet, over 2 millennia ago, the Greek philosopher Epicurus boldly declared, "Death is nothing to us." But what did he really mean by this? And can such a view truly dissolve the fear of death that haunts us today? In this video, we'll critically examine Epicurus' perspective on death, exploring its logic, implications, and challenges, and consider whether it holds up in our modern understanding of life and mortality. Welcome to the unfolding journey, where we explore profound ideas from ancient philosophy and spiritual traditions and apply them to our lives today. If you've ever wondered how philosophy can help you face life's toughest questions, you're in the right place. Let's begin our critical journey into Epicurus' view of death. Epicurus was a philosopher who lived in ancient Greece about 300 BCE. He founded a school of thought known as Epicureanism, which sought to free people from fear and pain to achieve tranquility. His famous statement that death is nothing to us comes from the idea that fear of death causes unnecessary suffering. But is it convincing? Epicurus' core argument can be summarized like this: when we are alive, death is not present, so death doesn't affect us. When death comes, we no longer exist, so we cannot experience anything, including pain or fear. Therefore, death should not be feared. He believed that the fear of death is irrational because it presumes we will suffer after death. But since death is the end of experience, it involves no suffering. Epicurus' argument offers a comforting thought. Death ends sensation, so it cannot harm us. Fearing death only diminishes the quality of our present life. This view invites us to live fully without the crippling dread of what happens after death. Many find peace in accepting death as a final, neutral event, nothing more. While elegant, Epicurus' argument faces several critiques. The problem of non-existence. Is non-existence truly nothing? Can we comprehend what it means to not exist? Some argue it's impossible to experience or conceptualize non-being, so the fear of it is natural. Others say that while death ends experience, the anticipation of non-existence can still be terrifying. Fear of the process of dying. Epicurus focuses on death itself, but many fear the process of dying, pain, loss of dignity, or abandonment. His argument doesn't address this directly. The loss to others. Death is more than the end of the self. It also affects those left behind. Epicurus' view is very individualistic, ignoring grief, mourning, and social consequences of death. Existential and spiritual concerns. For many traditions and individuals, death is not just a biological end but a transition or passage with spiritual significance. Epicurus' materialist perspective, death equals end of sensation, conflicts with these beliefs. Despite criticisms, Epicurus' teaching is still valuable today. It challenges irrational fears that trap us in anxiety. It invites a focus on the present moment and quality of life. It encourages a rational attitude toward mortality, reducing dread. We can balance Epicurus' insight with other ways of understanding death. Mindfulness and acceptance practices that teach us to observe fear without attachment. Philosophies that honor the process of dying and prepare us emotionally and spiritually. Communal rituals that help the living cope with loss. Epicurus provides one tool in a broader toolkit for facing death courageously. Fear of death can be irrational and self-defeating. Death itself is not an experience to be had. It's the absence of experience. The present life is precious. Focus on living well, not fearing death. Death is inevitable, but fear of death is optional. Epicurus invites us to see death not as a monster lurking in the shadows, but as a natural part of life, something neutral, even liberating. Though his view has limits and doesn't answer all questions about mortality, it offers a foundation of courage and calm that can help us live more fully today. If this exploration helped you see death in a new light, or inspired you to question your fears, subscribe to The Unfolding Journey. Here, ancient wisdom meets modern life, helping you find peace, meaning, and courage for the deepest questions. Join the journey, and let's walk it together. Cultivate tranquility, by understanding the limits of what death means.